guest in the house.
Jersey is in the building tonight.
Are you kidding me?
Good evening, good evening, good evening. It's Tuesday, you know what that means. It's time for the number one sports podcast in the world. It's time for Sports for You. Live on YouTube. I'm John. That's Mark. What up with it? Nick Freeze.
What it do?
And our special guest, you've seen him in the comment section. I don't know if y'all following him on YouTube and Instagram. If you're not, you better be. It's our boy Sports PSG repping Jersey in the house. Yeah, he's doing good. We've been trying to get this brother on for a while. We tried to have him on about 2 months ago. We had some technical issues, but everything worked out. Now our boy is in the building. We're going to talk some NFL wild card. We're going to talk some NFL divisional. We're going to talk a little NBA. Obviously, we're talking about coaching carousels going on. But we got a lot to talk about here on this Tuesday edition of Sports for You. Make sure you hit that subscribe button for Townhouse Media on YouTube. Like, share on your social media, your Facebook, your Twitter, your Instagram story. Also, make sure you follow us individually on social media at Sports For You Podcast, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Follow me at jwatson0984 on Twitter and Instagram. Follow Mark on Instagram at HiOnMark and HiOnMark1 on Twitter. Follow Nick Freeze on Instagram at Nick_Freeze and 99Gorilla on Twitter and Instagram.
With extreme caution.
And you can follow our boy Sports PSP at Sports PSP on Instagram. And pronounce your Twitter for people who want to follow you on Twitter.
Get TikTok.
And follow them on YouTube at Sports PSP. So make sure you subscribe to this channel. So lots to get into. Let's let our guest introduce himself one time. Obviously, Montrell in the house. Give him the salute to Sports PSP.
Thank you.
So tell the people who you are and what you do and how'd you come familiar with Sports for You, bro?
For me, man, just someone who loves sports, growing up in Miami and then growing up in Haiti. I lived in Haiti for like 1999 to like 2004. So growing up as a little kid, there wasn't really that much to do other than just playing sports, whether watching sports or just playing it. So in my days, we used to watch like a lot of basketball, a lot of football, NFL, NBA. Growing up, like my favorite athlete as a little kid was Allen Iverson.
That's what's up.
The resiliency, the die-hard mentality. And then as a little kid, football, my favorite, I wanted to play quarterback because I always wanted to throw the football on different platforms from the football field. So I grew up with guys like, for an example, Brett Favre, in terms of that gunslinger. So, I just loved sports. And I always knew that people said that, you know so much about sports, why don't you do like a sports podcast? Why don't you do sports videos? Why don't you do stuff like that? And I never thought I was actually good at first. I mean, I kind of took it for granted. I just thought like, okay. But once I realized this is what I do, this is my gift, this is my specialty, from there I just went forward. And ever since I've been doing like Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, whatever social media platform I'm on, from there it's been going like crazy, and people are always like tuned into what I have to hear. So I just keep on going. That's all you got to do.
Salute. So how did you come across Sports for You?
Was October 11th, 2010. It was like one day before like my 17th birthday. I told y'all like growing up, I was like a huge Brett Favre fan. My stepfather at the time bought tickets. I think it was a Minnesota Vikings game versus the New York Jets. It was actually the game which Brett Favre threw that 500th touchdown pass to Randy Moss. And then after the game, as we were heading home, I was going back and forth like with a sports fan. I think it was either like a Vikings or Jets fan. I'm not so sure. But my stepfather at the time, he was confronted by some guy who was a reporter. I don't know what type of like newspaper article or stuff he was working for. I don't know if it was New York Times or whatever, but he approached my stepfather and he told him, "Is that your son?" because he knows a lot of sports for someone his age. And then from there, man, I just went with it. So I've always had like a passion for sports, probably since like I was like 7 or 10. And then I knew I had a gift when I was like 16, 17, as far as like speaking about sports and stuff. So I mean, that's what I would normally do. Like right after school, I would just come straight home. I wouldn't even want to be with friends or anybody. I would either watch First Take with Skip and Stephen A at the time, or I would watch Pardon the Interruption with Tony Kornheiser and Michael Wilbon, or Sports Center, whatever the case may be. I always just wanted to watch sports. I didn't want to be bothered. I didn't want my mama to talk to me, or I didn't want anyone talking to me. Hey, this is what it was, man. I didn't want to be bothered. I just wanted to be alone in my room, just watching sports all day. That's all I wanted to do.
So you said you grew up in Haiti?
Yeah, I lived there from like 99 to 2004.
And where are you at now?
In Miami, and then my mom, she was looking for jobs and stuff at that time. So we were in Haiti, particularly around the area of Port-au-Prince. It was pretty cool back in those days. I mean, there was nothing. I mean, you get to play sports. You know, soccer is very big there in Haiti. But you get to eat good food. You get to hang out and enjoy the culture there. So it was cool and everything.
When the last time you been back?
Last time I actually was back was in December of 2021. And I was there for like a month and a half. I remember I was at my father's hotel because he owns like a hotel. It's called Les Trois Rois. It's like the Three Kings. But he has his own hotel business there, and I was just chilling. I was just hanging out with the customers and staff, and almost like every single night I would have like a bottle of Di Serrano or anything. So, you know, but it was cool during that time back in 2021.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So we always say shout out your city you're in now. You in Jersey. What part of Jersey you at now?
I live in South Orange, New Jersey, Essex County.
Okay.
Yeah, which is actually where, believe it or not, this is actually where Chris Broussard from Fox Sports lives around that area. So
wow.
Yeah. Hey, he's a very good dude, man. Very good dude. Knows basketball, knows sports, of course. You know.
Me and Mark met him one night. He was out here when he was out here working for Fox. You know, while he was working for Fox, he was at a spot over in Culver City, and we was out for our homeboy birthday. And he came over to our booth and we talked sports with him and everything. So yeah, so Chris Broussard, shout out.
Yeah,
what's your team allegiances, bro? Who your team allegiances?
Oh God. I mean, I told y'all, football wise, Washington. One of the reasons why I became a Commanders fan was because of the late great Sean Taylor.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
He could have been the greatest safety ever. I mean, it was just unfortunate that his life was like short at the age of 24. I mean, and also too because he's from the U. You know, so Miami. My mom went to Miami for law school. So of course, with the Miami and the Washington, from there I just grew up as a Washington fan, and also too RG3 at the time, because I thought in 2012 when we drafted him with the second overall pick. Even though I wish we could have had Andrew Luck, but I thought we had something to look forward to. But unfortunately, injuries, like for the most part, like derailed his career. But from then, I just grew up being a Washington fan from day one.
That's what's up. What about hoops?
Hoops, Bulls fan, love the Bulls. Even though a lot of people would be surprised because I'm from Jersey, so you would like to assume either Knicks or Nets fan. But nah, my little brother is actually a Knicks fan. He just can't stand James Dolan, the owner. But
trust me.
But Bulls, like I just grew up the Bulls, especially with the late days of Jordan, Pippen, Rodman, and of course D Rose.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So glad to have you here. We just go ahead and get this started so everybody know. We had some news in the world of sports recently. Obviously, yesterday we celebrated Martin Luther King Day. A lot of hoops was on yesterday. A lot of good hoops yesterday. But we had some news in the world of sports that kind of, also think about what Dr. King stood for as far as activism and everything. We got the news that the great Maya Moore, who of course put her career on hold to help a black man who was wrongfully conviction get overturned, who now is her husband. She announced yesterday that she's officially retired from the game of basketball after 9 years for WNBA titles, 2 national titles at UConn, 2 gold medals, 2 EuroLeague titles,
MVP.
and this is MVP, 2 MVP. That's right, MVPs. You
She
name
was
it.
a baller.
Hall of Famer for sure.
Oh, for sure. No doubt about it.
One of the
First
greatest.
ballot.
First ballot. I agree. And I just think about the fact that this happened on Dr. King's birthday is just solidified everything that she stood for. Putting her career on hold to help get a brother out of jail. Now, look, they're married.
That's crazy that they married.
And obviously she knew him growing up, and we didn't know the story until obviously when she received the Arthur Ashe Award at the ESPYs last 2 years ago.
Right.
And the whole story came out. But yeah, salute. And where does Maya Moore rank when it comes to great women's basketball players?
Top 5?
In that conversation with that GOAT, man. I mean, there's Diana Taurasi. You got to throw Candace Parker, Mika Catchings, Lisa Leslie, Cheryl Stoops.
Yeah.
I mean, she's definitely in that conversation based on her resume. I mean, as you said it, 4-time NBA champion, Finals MVP, League MVP, 6-time All-Star, 3-time All-Star Game MVP. I mean, 5-time All WNBA first team. I mean, and also college too. I mean, her career in college is just as legendary as her WNBA career. You can make a strong case for the GOAT conversation, definitely.
Where is she at on the UConn Mount Rushmore? She's definitely on the UConn Mount Rushmore, right? But where's she ranking amongst UConn players?
Her and Diana Taurasi.
Yeah. You figure it out from there.
Her and Taurasi, and then after that you go Breonna Stewart, Sue Bird, Swin Cash, and
Rebecca Lobo.
Yeah.
Rebecca Lowe was looking better when after she started playing.
Excuse me?
What?
She did.
By the way, you know
I'm
the story how
keeping it
by the way, I don't know if y'all heard her Hall of Fame speech. She told the story how she met her husband, because her husband, I think, was a writer for Sports Illustrated. Yes.
Dog, you must have been reading I for sure about to say that. I did not know that. That's crazy.
Josh said there shouldn't be any charges in this chat today. None.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
We ain't seen Kenzie. We ain't seen Lay.
You ain't gonna see none of them. Yeah, they for sure know. Yeah.
But she was telling the story that I think her husband at the time wrote a story about how be careful when I say this. He, along with 1 million other people, slept with 12 women. And I was like, she was trying to figure out why. Because we fell asleep watching the WNBA game.
Yo.
Hold on.
Are you kidding me?
I'm paraphrasing, but it was that slanderous.
Yo, is everybody all right? Because that statement was crazy. That statement was crazy.
Not see, I need more than Angry Orchard. I need D Serrano. I need Hennessy in order for me to do this.
But I heard that story. I was like, whoa. And obviously, because at that time, I think it was in the infant stages of the WNBA. You know, she was one of the first names of the WNBA at that time. So now,
imagine that was Sharon Miller was playing.
Man, that's one we was cheated from.
Should have been a GOAT.
She is.
Well, she is.
Yeah.
She is.
Yeah.
Reggie. What was it? Barkley was trying to tell Reggie Miller, I think Teresa Edwards is the greatest woman basketball player. He was like, Reggie was like, hold up.
Who?
Teresa Edwards.
He don't knock it off.
I'm like, come on, Chuck.
Y'all seen that interview that Reggie was doing with his sister, and he was talking about, I had this good game.
That was on the 30 for 30 with Reggie Miller versus the Knicks. I know exactly where you're going.
Like, he said I dropped 46 or whatever. He said I felt all good about it. He was like, he said, what you do? She said, I had a good game. He's like, what you do? Drop 60? She's like, He said, wait, what? He said, Dad walked in, was like, she dropped 104.
And said it casually, like, this is like just another day at the office.
Yeah, you dropped 104. Now go do your homework.
Yeah, go do your homework. You say you did what 46? Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah,
I did that in the first quarter.
Yeah, you on punishment. Hell wrong with you only getting 46.
Man, you disappoint me.
Hey, imagine dropping 46 and you thinking you having a great day. Your sister dropped 104.
That is insane.
Now we got to fight.
Yeah,
I want to.
he probably lost that one too.
Yo, Reggie will tell you that Cheryl Miller is probably the greatest athlete in his family because she's known as the greatest to be arguably in the GOAT conversation.
Dog.
Yeah, here come Dante. Meanwhile, Tatum dropped 51 the other day. MVP, no question. Hey, there's a question.
There's a question.
There's a question. There's a guy
I
in
think
Denver.
it's between Luka and Jokic.
Yeah, for sure.
Between those.
And that's where the question is, P. But salute to Maya Moore, and obviously we'll see her in the next 4 years in Springfield when she gets inducted.
Absolutely.
She can go in right now. She really can go in right now because she hasn't. Because technically, she last played in 2019. She hasn't played since, so technically she might be eligible this year.
But no, you have to be officially retired. So she officially announced her retirement.
I wait for like 5 years or so.
Yeah.
Well, they changed it for 5, and then they moved it down to 4 the year Shaq and AI went in. Because I was like, there's no way, man. We're finna. No, let's hurry up and speed this process up.
So,
I mean, to me, why is this all about waiting? I mean, can't you just tell someone who's a Hall of Famer just like that and just let him in? Like,
What eyeball test will tell you that certain guys will be. They hang the sneaks up tomorrow. They go right into. They get the gold jacket, or they get the.
No, they should have it already.
I think they do that.
LeBron can get it right. LeBron can get it right now.
It's like LeBron
get in the Hall of Fame. He can go. He can be inducted in the Hall of Fame right now. Calm down.
Are you kidding me?
No,
Are you kidding me?
no. I say LeBron can get inducted right now. Calm down. But yeah, right when we watching Rashid Evans.
We all know he's gonna go in. We all know he's gonna go in. Deserves it. I mean, look, 48, 8, and 9 the other night.
And not a person talks about it.
I put that in the group chat there. You seen it?
Yeah. Because obviously I think some people I think we just take this dude for granted.
No. Hey, Sports PSP. You remember when LeBron had officially scored the most points, playoffs included, and nobody said a word about it?
Mm-hmm.
I think they followed the same path as Skip Bayless.
He already scored the most points than anybody. You know something? He's accounted for more points than anybody, even outside of scoring. The assist involved, he's probably accounted for at least 80,000 points.
Probably.
That's crazy.
It just seems to me once LeBron retires, they're gonna start giving him his flowers. Give the man his flowers. Give the man his due when he's there. Because trust me, by the time he retires, you're not gonna see this again. I mean, as great as Luka and Giannis and Jokic are, no disrespect to them, but this man has been the face of the NBA for God knows how long. So you better give him his flowers. You better give him his due. Because trust me, you're probably not going to see this again. As far as what he's done on the court and also off the court, as well as his activism and so much more. So give LeBron his due. That's all I'm going to say.
Absolutely agree. It's funny you bring up activism. Today is the birthday of the greatest. Muhammad Ali's birthday today. Rest in peace. Obviously the greatest of all time as far as boxing. Greatest activist of all time. Man who was like, look, I ain't going to Vietnam. They ain't calling me the N-word, so I'm not going.
And took that man's title away from him.
Dolly, what up?
Dolly in the house. Dolly in the house.
In prison or jail, they stripped him the prime of his career.
Exactly. They basically took his passport. He couldn't travel abroad. He hastily had to, he had to stay in the States. He couldn't go internationally to fight until he fought George Foreman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right. By the way, Dolly said happy birthday to Muhammad Ali and Sugar Free.
Oh yeah, shout out.
By the way,
I'm glad that you brought up the fight between George Foreman and Ali because I've heard Stephen A. Smith say this several times. There were people in Ali's camp crying the night before that fight because they actually thought Ali was going to die. Because that's how menacing Foreman was back in those days, though. People just think of George Foreman as the George Foreman grill and the Christian dude, but this dude was like forever on that boxing ring.
And he was younger than everybody too, like
Right.
way younger.
Because they saw what he did to Joe Frazier. It was like, yo, when obviously I'm going off the portrayal because I didn't see the actual footage of when he knocked out Joe Frazier. But you think about it in Ali, and they showed the obviously the how they the scene of when George Foreman knocked out Joe Frazier, and it was like, yo, and Ali just went there like, get up, Joe, come on, Joe,
man.
And I was like, no way. It was like you knew he was in trouble, man.
You know why they said it wasn't the part 2? They said Ali never been hit that hard in his life.
I blame him.
Fooled Foreman with that rope-a-dope strategy, man.
He got him frustrated. He couldn't do nothing with it.
Right.
He got him frustrated. He never dealt with defense like that before. That's the thing that was killer. Like, people forget, outside of Ali, like, knocking you out and everything, and like him being the quick puncher, he was good on defense as well. I hear what people like, oh, the rope-a-dope is it takes up too much energy or whatever. Well, this man worked out a lot.
Mm-hmm.
When you work on your when you win the way boxers do, especially elite ones, stuff like that ain't nothing. Look at Floyd.
Terrell says on the LeBron discussion, no shade to Kobe or MJ, but what dude came into the league with so much hype and lived up tenfold for 20 years?
He's the first person I've ever seen that had like the hype that he had and went beyond it. Like, he went beyond what people thought he was going to do. Like, that's crazy.
17-year-old kid on Sports Illustrated labeled the chosen one.
When was your first time seeing LeBron, P?
Probably the Sacramento game.
So you had never saw any of his high school games on ESPN before that?
No. I didn't see it at the time. My mom and dad would whip my behind if I stayed up that late. So I had to read Sports Illustrated articles and stuff just to keep me knowing about LeBron and stuff. But when I actually saw him play in that game against the Kings, okay, he the truth. Okay, I could understand why he got all this hype, all this attention. And LeBron, man, he's just phenomenal. And the thing I admire and I respect about him, do I think he's the GOAT? No, I still go with MJ. But what I admire about LeBron, 17 years old, 18 years old when he came into the NBA, never had an ounce of trouble. Showed you how the way he's supposed to lead on and off the court. He's not perfect. He's got his flaws like everybody else. But he's been a great ambassador to the NBA, to sports, but more importantly for young and old Black men, as far as continuing to be a leader, a great athlete, great husband, great father. And that's why a lot of people throw him in the conversation as the GOAT, the greatest of all time, not only because of his contributions on the court, but also off the court. So if you want to make that argument with LeBron in that category, I got no problem with it. You won't hear a peep from me.
What up, like, como esta?
Charger fan showed up.
Oh, yeah. Josh said no Charger. Josh said no Charger fans in the chat.
Brandon Staley is still employed. I thought he'd be fired.
We did too.
OC, but yet Tampa, Tom Brady stinks up the joint, but Brian Leftwich gets fired. But we know why.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I'm not shocked because Dean Spanos is a cheapskate.
Yeah.
Dean Spanos is a cheapskate, and he's not gonna pay two coaches, and especially one who's gonna want control like Sean Payton. I'm just gonna be real. He's a cheapskate.
Which is why I see Arizona possibly taking Sean Payton, because if you're the Chargers and if you're that cheap to get a guy like Payton, and if I'm not mistaken, Payton's around the LA area.
Yeah, he works for Fox.
Right. He works for Fox. But Arizona may have the best chance to get Sean Payton because they feel like he's the type of guy that can hold Kyler accountable. And Kyler's the type of person that Sean Payton's the type of person that Kyler could respect, because for whatever reason, Kyler and Cliff Kingsbury, they weren't on the same page.
That's because Cliff Kingsbury sucks.
He should never had the job in the first place.
He should have been USC's offensive coordinator.
I know, but at the same time, they looked at him as Sean McVay. They looked at him as the second coming of Sean McVay. He's this young guy. He knows offense. He's been around quarterbacks. Texas Tech, he had Mahomes. And before he went to Oklahoma, he had Baker Mayfield.
Nah, she said something else. Um,
Hola la.
she said, yeah,
Dog,
P sees the comments. P sees
Dog,
the
does that say greasy?
No,
that
that
says
says-
greasy. I'm out of
No,
here.
that says grassy.
Grassy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because dog, if that would have said greasy, I would have left. I'm sorry, Sports Piece. I had to shut the whole show down, dog. We had to reschedule for Friday.
All right. But yes, salute to the greatest. Obviously,
Without a
greatest.
doubt, man.
Without a doubt. And but we gotta talk about, this sad story in Alabama.
Oh, yeah.
We hate doing this, but we have to because we have a responsibility to y'all as viewers. If y'all haven't heard the story, there was a murder in Alabama over the weekend. A young lady and her 23-year-old black woman was killed, and the person who's being charged with the murder is former Alabama forward Darius Miles, not Darius Miles that used to play with the Clippers and obviously does the podcast with Quentin Richardson.
Are they related?
No relation.
Thank God.
And reportedly, this story, it was him and another guy who's from the DC area. They're both being charged right now with capital murder for killing this 23-year-old woman, all because she turned the dude down.
What?
Am I lying, Mark? Is that was not in the headlines?
Yeah,
Oh.
that
Oh
was
my
what was
God.
reported, man. It's a lot of sensitive. A lot of men that just need therapy and need to get themselves worked on before they go wandering into this world.
P, how old are you?
29.
You what?
I'm 29 years old. What? Y'all actually.
I figured that. I figured it's like close around my age.
So
I figured that because I'm 31.
This just, when I saw this story, I was like, this can't be. I mean, I'm getting tired of seeing this generation of brothers being one this sensitive, one this
Trash.
basically.
Don't, just go ahead. It's trash.
Because a girl didn't talk to you, so you gonna take her life. And what even makes it better, this young girl had a 5-year-old son.
Oh my goodness.
I don't even feel for this dude. I feel for his parents. Because his parents is looking like, did we do something wrong? This girl's mother's like, my daughter had to die just because she told you no?
Yeah, that's.
And you didn't even shoot. You gave the dude the gun.
Oh yeah,
They
what?
said he was the one. The gun was his, but his boy was the one who pulled the trigger.
What?
Wow, this is a wild situation. That's crazy. I feel for her family.
I gotta keep my comments to myself right
Save him from no rules, bro.
Yeah.
I know you and Will gonna talk about that. Shout out to Ill Will.
Yeah,
Make sure y'all tap in with Mark and
that's
Ill Will
trash.
Thursday, 6:30 on No Rules.
now. Can we go to Air 51 real quick?
Go ahead.
Hold on.
That's a horrible situation. So I mean, hearts and prayers just go out to the family. So.
And this dude,
They built one on the ground.
and this dude was supposed to be obviously the story was with him was the day before his season was over due to an ankle injury, but now his life is over. They're gonna throw him under the jail. He will never see the light. Neither one of these dudes.
You go run to a big old dude named Bubba.
So let me get this straight.
Another Trump.
It's all because the girl turned her down. That was the reason?
Yeah, that's report. That's what
that's
this girl's mom.
This is
That's what's being reported.
this is definitely a deeper situation than that.
All
Way
I'm
deeper
gonna
situation.
Say,
2 times deeper.
all I'm gonna say is hearts and prayers just go out to her
Mhm.
and the family. I mean, because it's a tragedy, and especially the fact that she has a 5-year-old kid and she'll never be able to see his mom again. So
That's terrible.
a horrible situation.
So that's just prayers again out to that family. But yeah, Darius Garland, go to hell. Darius Miles from Alabama, not Darius Garland, the all-star from the Cavs. Forgive me. Darius Miles, who used to play at Alabama, go to hell. And whoever the dude is, I don't even know your name, but you're not relevant to me. So, but you can go to hell too. And now let's get to the sports because we got a lot to talk about with our boy Sports PSP.
Oh my gosh, John.
That was crazy.
Hey,
John, that's twice today already. I'm keeping count now.
I apologize.
Hey, I was just minding my business right now on Instagram.
Yeah.
And John, this is all off topic. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I came across a post and I put it in our group chat,
Mhm.
and it said they ranked the top 8 quarterbacks left in the playoffs.
Uh huh.
Where did they have your boy?
5.
5.
Hold up.
5.
No, please tell me. Okay, I'm looking at the video.
Look, they should only be either 1 or 2.
Is the person who you sent me the one who's making these rankings?
Yes.
P. How you feel about Nick Wright?
I don't know how Chris Broussard deals with him on a daily basis. I mean, his sports stuff is out there, like up in the sky or something. I mean, other than that, he's a good dude, but his sports methods is crazy. But what did Nick Wright say? Because
He said that Josh Allen was the 5th best quarterback left in the playoffs.
Hey, Candace.
What up, Candace? What up, LBC? LBC in the building.
He needs to be trusted.
He said, wait a minute. The heck? Yo, Mo, what's wrong with you? Yeah, what's wrong with Mo, man?
Yeah.
Yo, that's insane.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, Mo, you on timeout, bro. I'm sorry.
No, John, you might be on time about that was crazy.
I ain't say that. I just apologize for mistaking Darius Garland.
I stopped looking at it when he said Daniel Jones was 8. Brock Purdy was 7. Dak was 6, and Josh Allen was 5.
So wait, I know he has Patrick Mahomes number 1.
Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow,
okay,
and Jalen Hurts.
All right, here
he got Jalen Hurts above above Josh Allen.
Okay, here's the list. He has Daniel Jones 8, Brock Purdy 7, Dak 6, Josh Allen 5, Jalen Hurts 4, Trevor Lawrence 3, Joe Burrow 2, Patrick Mahomes 1.
But Jalen Hurts hasn't even played a game yet, and yet he has him over Josh Allen.
No.
He
has Trevor Lawrence with number 3.
Number 3.
Let's slow down.
Trevor Lawrence, but I think that's going way too far, man. I mean, come on.
I'm gonna give some backstory. He hates Buffalo and Josh Allen.
Yeah,
there was a lot. I'm gonna say he hate him. There's a lot of hate coming from him.
Yeah, for sure.
Because he's a Kansas City fan.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous, dog.
So I don't know what Nick Wright. Obviously, we know Nick Wright said some crazy stuff.
But what else is new?
He always say some crazy stuff. But come on, to say Josh Allen's the 5th best quarterback left in this postseason is real disrespectful. No calls him Toucan Sam.
I got Dallas Cowboy fans that still try to make an argument Dak is a better quarterback than Josh Allen.
Well, what?
They think Dak Prescott is a better quarterback than Josh Allen. I'm like, how?
And I guess they assume that you're being a hater because you're a Washington fan, right?
No, I keep it real. Like
I know you do, but they thinking
I call it like I see it. Josh Allen is a superior quarterback than Dak Prescott. What's Dak Prescott done for you to say he's a top 5 quarterback in the NFL? Because he plays for America's team, because he has Jerry Jones as his owner, because he's getting paid a certain amount of money.
Does he got the D on his head?
I mean, yo, Mark.
No.
The start.
Hey, the Broncos had that on their helmet back in the day.
Hey. Past tense.
Let's ride.
Yo, hey, those words are restricted. Hey, let's leave that in 2022, man.
As long as your quarterback is still there, that's going nowhere.
Man,
y'all better not ever wear that back helmet either.
But I feel sorry for Broncos fans because unfortunately Jim Harbaugh is staying for another year in Michigan.
Yeah,
so.
I saw the news yesterday. I saw the news yesterday. I thought he was going to be the second option. I know they really want Sean Payton. This is why I ranked it, P. If you couldn't get Sean Payton, then you go after Harbaugh. If you couldn't get Harbaugh, then you should have got the guy who should have hired last year, which is Dan Quinn. Now, if Dan Quinn decides to stay in Dallas or pursue another job, go get DeMeco Ryans from the 49ers. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
If you Dan Quinn, you better leave. You better leave. Get yourself a head coaching job so that way Dallas is going to struggle. That's what I want. I want to see the Dallas Cowboys struggling because once Dan Quinn leaves, how's their defense going to be without him, though? I mean, they got the playmakers, they got the pieces, but without Dan Quinn as the defensive coordinator,
I think he's. They just said I heard today the Colts they put in a request to interview. We're gonna interview him on Friday, but
I think if look, we can't get Sean Payton, then just go get Dan Quinn because obviously we know now Harbaugh's he's staying.
I know
Probably
I'm digressing. I was listening to Mike Tannenbaum. He's still thinking Justin Fields trade him and then get Bryce Young, and I'm like, why would you do that? Like Justin Fields, like I get he's not the greatest passer in the world, but if you're Chicago and if you think he's the guy for you, trade that number 1 overall pick. So in return, you get multiple firsts, seconds, thirds. Build around Fields. Get him an O-line. Get him wide receivers. Get him the necessary help. Utilize him like how Philly did with Jalen Hurts. They surrounded him with A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and then let some other team who's desperate enough to get a quarterback get the number 1 overall pick. It should be Bryce Young. Either Bryce Young or C.J. Stroud, however you want to go. I would take Bryce Young because I think he has a higher ceiling than CJ, in my opinion.
Mo.
Now, Mo. I mean, PSP. The only thing that I said that you said there is if Chicago think that's the quarterback for them. If they don't, then I can see him trading him for more picks and taking the quarterback from number 1 pick.
Yep. Hey, PSP. I said the same thing on the show.
But you're right,
a couple
though.
weeks ago. The same exact thing.
If they do that, then it seems to me Chicago's following the same situation with Baltimore with Lamar, man. I mean, come on.
By the way, I put it in the group chat, Mark, in our other homies group chat. Someone said, I think I was watching Get Up this morning. Someone suggested, would you trade Lamar if you were the Bears? Would you trade Justin Fields in the 1 for Lamar Jackson?
Justin Fields and the 1
and the first pick in the draft for Lamar Jackson. I mean, that's just a starting point because you're obviously going to need at least 2. It's going to take you at least 2 1s to get Lamar Jackson.
Hey, that's tough. No.
But
Remember,
no, you don't. They can do it.
That's a different look, John.
I can do it.
Hey, PSP, let me know if you agree with me or not. This number 1, this first round pick is different than any other one. This is the first overall. This is like having 2 draft picks in 1.
Exactly.
This is the one that I think because it was interesting with them getting it because I don't know.
Who says no?
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do with that pick, but I said from the beginning when they got it, they should trade it.
Oh, they're definitely going to trade it.
They should trade it. I already did a video on this and everything. Chicago should trade an overall pick. But to your point, man, does Chicago believe in Justin Fields? That's the thing. Do they believe in him?
Well, this GM didn't draft him
for the trade.
And like John said, the GM didn't.
This GM did not draft him.
And that's the scary part is we don't know because like you said, he didn't draft him. I definitely can see them trading Justin Fields and getting picks back for him and taking Bryce Young with number 1 pick.
And I'm like this, you and if you're willing, if you got the money, because obviously Lamar's not going anywhere without a new deal. By the way, matter of fact, I can find it actually got odds out on who right now who would be the favorites.
And look,
if Lamar is on the move,
and the Bears have like $100 million.
They got money
in cap space, so they can give him the deal immediately.
So right. Cody Benjamin from CBS Sports has these are the top landing spots for Lamar. He has your Commanders at 6. He has the Patriots at 5, the Panthers at 4, the Dolphins at 3. The Falcons at 2 and the Jets at 1. But according to Vegas, and this is crazy, the Jets are the favorite plus 250. You got the Saints trail plus 350. You got the Ravens, them staying with the Ravens at plus 500. The Dolphins at plus 625. You got the Falcons at plus 80, and then the field at plus 475.
So just to be clear, Washington is 6 and New England is at 5th. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy.
First of all, New England should not waste their time getting the quarterback. I believe in Mac Jones. He's just in a horrible situation because of Matt Patricia, the offensive coordinator.
Trash.
I mean, you got to give Mac Jones some weapons and a better OC. With Washington, I would love it, but I just don't see it though. Because I would love to, don't get me wrong, I would love to have Lamar on my team, but what am I going to do if I'm Washington? I mean, I got to worry about my offensive line. I got to worry about how am I going to get him? I mean, if we have him on our team and Ron Rivera knows how to deal with a dual threat quarterback, after all, he had Cam during his time in Carolina, I would love that. So, but I think the Jets, they may give him more money than he can ever imagine. Lamar Jackson, we all know he wants that Deshaun Watson money. He wants
He deserves it.
$30 million guaranteed. And Lamar makes a valid point. Even though Deshaun's a better passer, but hold up. Unlike Deshaun, I've been a first-team All-Pro. I've won a league MVP unanimously. I've won a playoff game like Deshaun. I'm a generational talent as well as Deshaun. And unlike Deshaun, I ain't got no off-the-field issues. So that's the concern right there. What do I have to do in order for you to give me the money? And I definitely disagree with Mike Vick saying put on a brace, go out there and play. And I'm with RG3 because
He would know. He would know.
Go ahead.
He would know.
Yeah. And I would know too because I saw that game, and the moment he wrecked his knee, that was it. He was never the same. He was never the same athletically, and things just went from bad to worse. So I applaud RG3. I mean, I love Mike Vick, but I vehemently disagree with him in this situation. Lamar made the right decision. He was smart in that situation. One hit in football, one hit. Had it been one hit, career just like that.
I'm also thought it was. I had no problem with Lamar not playing. If he's not healthy, don't play.
Right.
I thought it was alarming that he didn't travel with the team because remember he was just with the team when they was in Cincinnati last week.
Right.
I thought it was a loud message.
Profound.
That he didn't show up to the playoff game because he had been with the team, and I heard Marlon Humphrey saying, "Look, he's barely walking around the facility." Obviously, RG3 said he was sick, but he was traveling with the team, so I had no problem. He was
Sick of the Ravens.
Sick of Baltimore.
What up, Will? He was saying that RG3 was saying, look, he's injured and he's sick, and I think RG3 knows because RG3 was his backup for a couple years in Baltimore, so he probably is getting his information directly from Lamar Jackson. I tweeted this when I saw Lamar put that quote out yesterday. I'm like, this marriage is headed for a divorce. It's headed for a divorce
unless they just pay him.
They're gonna franchise tag him at 45.
But he's gonna pull off a Le'Veon, of course.
Oh, definitely. He's not gonna sign.
If he was smart, he would.
He's not gonna sign. And they need to have a deadline because you cannot go have this lingering going into the draft. You definitely can't have it lingering going into training camp. If he's not going to be there, you need to know now. If y'all not going to get a deal done, go ahead and just move on.
I absolutely agree.
Just move on. If y'all not going to get a deal done, both sides need to come to an agreement.
And if you Baltimore trade them and get something in return, you don't want to lose them for just nothing.
Yeah, that's the last thing you want to do.
That's why that's why they're going to tag him because they don't want if they let him be a free agent. You really don't know what you really are opening up the floodgates.
Ooh,
slam dunk.
They open up the floodgates when they tag him.
No, leaving him as a free agent.
Oh, when they don't tag him, open up the floodgates.
Look, just imagine this, y'all. Imagine Lamar Jackson becomes an unrestricted free agent,
and they go to Chicago anyway.
That'd be. He go to or how about this?
Chicago gonna lead the NFL in rushing.
What? Yo, that would be insane.
They got 3 running backs.
3.
Will saying Lamar to Miami.
But that's pretty realistic to Nick's point, and he made the point about Brady going to the Raiders because of Josh McDaniels, the weapons around him, though. In Miami, I thought he would like to go to Miami because the AFC East and Florida, a state with no income taxes compared to like Vegas. But Mike McDaniel has done a good job as far as with the offense, the creativity, the running. That's where I see Lamar going to in Miami. In Vegas, Josh McDaniels, first of all, you got to fire that dude. That dude had no business being a head coach to begin with. Sorry, Nick, I don't want to bring that up.
Hey, man. I'm a Broncos fan. I lived it. He experienced it this year.
Yeah, we on the same page with that.
We all know how horrible Josh McDaniel was as a head coach in Denver too, man. He
drafted Tim Tebow, man.
Guys from the Belichick coaching tree, from Romeo Crennel to Matt Patricia, Josh McDaniels, Charlie Weiss, Joe Judge. The only
Bill
good
O'Brien
one
was the only
turned out
one that had
was
some
Brian
success.
Flores.
Yeah.
Well, Brian Flores too. Well, don't give me. We're not
So
gonna get started on
who's
that.
the
But he
who's
was,
the one
but
that
he
had the most
was,
success?
he was better compared
Probably
to
probably O'Brien, then Brian Flores.
Which one you think PSP? Which one had the best most success out of all of them?
I think Flores had. Oh wait, I forgot Bill O'Brien. I mean, Bill O'Brien did win a playoff game or two, but I think it was in large part because of the Texans. I like Flores. I think Flores got duped though in Miami, but I understand he and Tua weren't on the same page. I mean, Flores, it was reported he wanted Justin Herbert. Dolphins wanted Tua.
He did, and they had the pick, before the Chargers.
Right. It was
Here's the
also
thing.
reported. Wait a minute. If I'm not mistaken, it was reported that Flores wanted Deshaun Watson in
Yeah.
2021, right? With all what Deshaun
Yeah.
was dealing with at the time.
Yeah, because that was one of the teams that was on the list.
Yeah.
Dog, hold on. Time out, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if they would have got Justin Herbert instead.
Yeah, and then they would end up and then trading for Tyreek Hill and still drafting Jalen Waddle.
We don't know if that happens.
Well, they probably at least drafted Jalen Waddle.
I think they drafted Jalen Waddle as a way to help Tua. So
Well,
who knows how that goes?
Well, who's that? Well, we'll see that. So if they go back to 2020, so you basically got Justin Herbert with Devontae Parker as your number one receiver, probably,
and Kenny Stills,
Yeah.
And who else was there? They had like about 4 receivers up over there at the same time that was all like pretty average or above average.
Because they got Kenny Stills in the Laramie Tunsil trade.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm missing somebody. Devontae Parker and
Mo says Waddle or Devontae Smith.
That's a tough one, though. I mean, I like Waddle because of his explosion, but Devontae Smith.
Hype, what up?
What up with it?
To a lesser extent, Marvin Harrison, though. Maybe that's a little too much, though. But Devontae, I give Devontae the slight edge.
Yo, I was watching the game on the Manningcast. They showed a play when Marvin Harrison got Deion sleeping. Caught Deion sleeping, man.
What you put a gun out?
Yo, you wild, man.
You said he left Deion sleeping?
No, he caught him. Deion was playing cover. He wasn't playing press. And basically, Marvin Harrison took a route.
It was a gun route?
Yo, what's wrong with you, man?
There's a route called that. Am I right, Mark?
I mean, they probably was in the shotgun. I don't know. I mean, what I'm saying. I'm just saying.
Come on, John.
I'm just saying. I didn't know. I never knew that. But I learned something. You learn something new every day. But
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. But yeah, that's actually not a bad comparison, Devontae Smith to
his son is nice though.
Yeah, to Marvin Harrison. That's not a that's actually a pretty good comparison.
Thank you, Georgia.
P. So I'm gonna ask you this. So before we recap the picks.
Okay.
So we're gonna get into the segment we call 1, 2, 3 Cancun over all the picks about all the teams who just got eliminated. Me and Nick already had our Cancun about the Broncos and the Raiders. We want to give you the chance to have a Cancun about the Commanders.
Lord.
It's all right, man. We know.
Please go get rid of Carson Wentz once and for all. Why would you put him in that game against Cleveland? Why would you do that, Ron Rivera? And then your press conference after that, we could be eliminated? Like, dog. But Ron Rivera ain't going nowhere. Unfortunately for me, I got to deal with this dude. With Washington, all I'm going to say is I'm in Zen mode. We have to get rid of Carson Wentz. We got to get ourselves a quarterback. I don't know about Lamar Jackson. Maybe Jimmy Garoppolo. It may be. Maybe who's ever out there that Washington could use. I have no idea why he went with Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz, I never wanted in the first place. If it didn't work out for him in Indianapolis, why am I supposed to believe it was going to work out for him in Washington?
Let me pause you right quick.
Go ahead.
This dude been saying this for the last 3 years.
I was saying it when he was still in Philly.
You saying he was in Philly?
He was still. He was overrated.
This dude right here has been preaching to the choir on Carson Wentz, especially after Nick Foles took him to the Super Bowl, won the Super Bowl.
Right. And he was never the same. And Max Kellerman also said the same thing over. He and Dan Orlovsky had that fight between Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz is cooked. He's washed. He's done. Why would you trade him if you Washington? Okay, you wanted to get a quarterback, but you got us a used car in Carson Wentz.
Come on, man.
Please, I mean, Washington, please get us a quarterback that we can count on and depend on, man. But as Washington, Snyder, I hope you sell the team once and for all because you've been garbage, absolute garbage on and off the field. You about just as worse as Dolan. As the owner. No, he's right up there.
Keep going, you good.
No, I mean, Jim Dolan, Daniel Snyder. I mean, Jim Dolan is horrible, but Daniel Snyder is taking it to another level, man. Please, leave. Go buy, goodbye and good riddance. Get us an owner that we can be proud of. Washington has been a dumpster fire from the get-go. All I'm going to say is 1, 2, 3 Cancun. Bye, DC.
Drop the beat on that. Drop the bombs on that, man.
Yo, he went crazy.
Yo, hey, that was straight ether right there.
Hey, I got Sports PSP. Would you be upset if y'all got David? I would say David, one of them cars.
Get both of them.
Yeah, get both of them. If you get Derek Carr next year,
I wouldn't mind that. It's better than Russell Wilson.
Ouch. Yeah, that was a shot, man.
That was a straight from the
that was cold.
Let me say this.
I did not like how the fact that the Raiders did Derek Carr dirty. That's on Josh McDaniels. Look, two things could be true. Derek Carr ain't the best quarterback in the world.
True.
All that being said, but he dealt with John Gruden's mess. He dealt with Henry Ruggs' mess. He dealt with David Arnett's mess. Devontae Adams said it himself. Hey, he was the reason why I want to be here, why I want to be in Vegas. I mean, we were college roommates. We were teammates at Fresno State. We were neighbors and all that stuff. Derek Carr ain't the best quarterback in the world, but I'd rather want him than Russell Wilson.
What's with the Russell? I am right here. I mean,
no, not you. I'm sick and tired of people defending Russell Wilson, especially when he says Broncos country, let's ride.
I hate it.
Or them damn Subway commercials.
Oh man, don't even go there, dog. I mean, I don't even go to Subway now because of Russell Wilson, man.
Sports PSP jersey hanging up in the rafters.
Yes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
First ballot Sports for You Hall of Famer, dude.
Crazy right there.
Yo, you just made the Sports for You Hall of Fame first ballot. No.
Hey man, you can't be doing commercials with footlongs talking about left. Right. That's crazy.
You ain't got a D on your helmet.
Yo.
Dude, corny. I'm sorry, he's corny. I mean, Carlton Banks got more swagger than him.
Yo.
Wow.
By the way, I don't have no problem with what you're saying. My issue with this year was I didn't like the Nathaniel Hackett hire.
What, you got a lemon?
Well, I don't even know if he was a lemon because
I'm talking about your quarterback.
Ask me that at the end of 2023.
Gotcha.
Ask me at the end of 2023. I never thought the Nathaniel Hackett hire was right because they got him.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yo, calm down, Trey. You know dang well I ain't never said that crap.
What'd he say?
Oh
yeah.
I can't believe he said that with a D on his head.
Yo, you good, man?
Wow. All right, when we go to the picks.
Yeah. But let me say this. My last week,
He's winning because he got Sierra. I'll give him that.
Well, that's it.
This almost was no rules.
Don't. But on the real, I never liked the Nathaniel Hackett hire. If you thought you was getting Aaron Rodgers, okay. If you knew you was getting Aaron Rodgers, it makes sense. But there was no guarantees, and you should have just stuck with Dan Quinn. If Russell Wilson was going to be a backup plan, and he's familiar with Russell Wilson from their time in Seattle, he would have knew the system to do. But I ain't got no tab at Subway, DJ. They closed the Subway over here by the crib.
John having a tab at Subway.
Yo, calm down.
Thing in 2023.
Yo, what's going on in the chat right now?
Yo, John, why you got
a tab at Subway?
Yeah, I don't even know. Did that even exist?
Yo, how did you get a tab with footlongs?
No. Yo, what's wrong with you?
All right, show over, everybody. We'll have y'all next week. No.
Yo, John is a wild dude.
Yo, I don't know. That DJ Trunks is a wild dude. That's his statement, not mine. All right, let's recap these picks, man.
Let's go to the picks.
All right, so
we'll get the music popping for the picks.
And Sports PSP is going to pick also this week for the divisional game. So we'll recap the wild card games, then we'll go to Cancun. All right, let's start off with the Saturday games.
Seattle and Niners.
The Niners win 41-23.
Everybody said nothing except for one person. We're not gonna mention no names.
Me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was my upset pick for the week.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Carlton on Bel Air be a football player, not Carlton on Fresh Prince.
Carlton on Bel Air is crazy.
Yeah.
Carlton Bel Air should be in jail.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Then we got, sorry, Kenzie and Leg, the
Jags.
Chargers and the Jags.
Both of y'all picked the Jags.
Like I said last week when I made the pick, I said I didn't choose the Jaguars out of hate. I chose a better coaching staff, and they most definitely showed I was right.
Dante picked the Jags. Shout out to Dante.
Shout out to Dante. I know he's watching right now. He's hyped for Sunday, Saturday.
They play Sunday, don't they?
They got the Saturday game. The Cowboys and the Niners going to be the last game. And then let's go over to the Sunday game.
Wait, that game is on a Saturday?
What, Eagles Giants? Yeah, that's a Saturday night game.
Wait, no. Niners.
Niners.
Giants fan. Yeah, he Giants.
All right, so let's go to the Sunday games. Mark, your Bills advance, defeating the Dolphins 34-31.
Yeah. Don't let me get on that.
All right. And then
Hey man, a win's a win.
It is. Win's a win, especially in the playoffs.
Yeah, for sure.
and then we have the beginning of the NFC East winning this weekend with the Giants, our boy Dante's Giants beating the Vikings.
Shout out to my boy Nick. That's his Giants as well.
Shout out to Nick Foster.
Nick, you picked the Giants.
Yeah, I should have.
John, you picked the Vikings.
Yeah.
Terrell picked the Vikings. Trunks picked the Vikings. They picked the Vikings.
Well, Trell's like, wait, I picked the Chargers?
No, he picked the Jags.
No, you picked the Jags, Trell. He got you. You good.
No, you got the Jags.
All
I
right.
was talking about up here.
All right, and then the Sunday nighter.
Fam. Giants right there and Giant right there.
Oh, good pass. What the hell was that?
He blocked his own shot.
Chill, man.
What can you say? Just ask Jared.
Jared and Jussie Smollett if there's a tab at Subway.
Yo.
Hey man, you can't bring up Jared's name.
You
Dog.
can't even mention that dude's name.
I ain't mention that dude
I
at all.
don't believe in cancel culture. We can't say his name.
No, he's definitely canceled.
Ravens, Bengals.
Everybody picked the Bengals except I picked the Ravens and I almost won if it wasn't for Wale playing quarterback.
Yo. Yeah, he called him to Wale. That was funny.
Tyler Huntley, man. How do you fumble in that red zone, man?
Because the play should never called it. They should have gave the ball to J.K. Dobbins.
I don't know why he tried to do a over the top quarterback sneak from the 4-yard line.
Josh said he was trying to be MJ in Space Jam when he tried to dunk from the free throw line. From the half court.
Trevor Lawrence did it.
He's 6'6".
Wale 5'8".
And then Monday night, we had the Cowboys defeating the Buccaneers 31-14.
Lay picked the D.
Beat the snot out of them.
Beto picked the Cowboys. Oh, Beto won all the games.
Shout out Beto. You won all the picks for from the chat.
Mo picked Cowboys, of course. Kenzie picked the Cowboys. Nothing to tell about that.
Listen, Cowboys better enjoy for now because Sunday they got to deal with that whole line of San Fran and that defense. So enjoy for now. But I told y'all, Mike McCarthy ain't getting fired.
No, he ain't getting fired. He's good now. He's good. He's good. All right, let's go ahead and pick the games let's go ahead and get the game picks for.
Hold on. And y'all two tied with 4, and I had 3.
Yeah, happens. I tie again. Even in the playoffs, I tie. I'm the only person that ties in the playoffs. Even though you're supposed to win in the playoffs, but that's a whole nother conversation. Yo, stop saying that. Yo, stop saying that. All right, let's pick the games for this weekend. We got divisional weekend, so get a hand emoji in the chat if you want to pick for divisional weekend. You got us 3. We got P. He's going to make some picks.
Nick.
Who else want to make some picks? Let us know right now.
Mark.
By the way, shout out to House Party in theaters right now.
I'm going to watch that.
Why did they take that off HBO Max? Damn.
What?
That was supposed to be on HBO Max. Yeah, LeBron, make a call. All right, Lay's making picks. Trail's making picks.
Lay. Trail. Who else?
Beto and Mo.
Beto.
Samoa Joe.
By the way, shout out to the forum. AEW at the forum was lit. Me and Trail was in architecture. RPJ Briscoe from the Briscoes and ROH. All right, let's go ahead and start with the Saturday games. We got the Jaguars and the Chiefs. That's going to be on NBC, 1:30.
I spell Kansas City.
WIN.
And they're an 8.5-point favorite.
80?
8.5. 8.5. And this is going to be a student versus the teacher because obviously Doug Peterson returns to KC against Andy Reid, his long-time mentor and boss.
Right.
So obviously we know Doug Peterson went on to win the Super Bowl with the Eagles, and now he's back with the Jags after
Wait.
the whole.
What happened?
Who's happening?
Oh, nothing. Never mind.
So yeah, I think we
I'm
are.
scared to say it. All right.
So let us know who y'all got. All right, Lay has Kansas City. P, who you got?
I got Kansas City. I think it's going to be 30-27. Close.
So you don't.
By a game, but I think Patrick Mahomes will get the job done. So I'm going to say 30-27.
All right, Trell said he got the Chiefs, and he got the Chiefs to cover as well. So he kept covering that 8.5. Candace in the picks.
What's up, Candace?
All right, she got the Chiefs, and Mo got the Chiefs.
So everybody got Chiefs. Then.
I see Beto says Fred Taylor because Sunshine can't lose on Saturday for some reason.
Oh,
You know something? I'm picked him as my upset pick of the week too.
Are you going KC, Nick?
No,
He's going Duval.
I'm going Duval for the upset of the week. I picked for the upset.
That'd be crazy if they did. If they pulled that win off.
All right, shout out to Homie Studio
That'll
Podcast.
shake
and
up
Duval.
everything.
That'll make everything go crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That'll shake up everything.
Just imagine if. Never mind. I'll tell you when the next one.
DJ
I got
Trunks-
Kansas City, but
DJ Trunks think they're not going to cover that 8.5, but we'll see.
is Trunks
Jesus.
picking or no?
Trunks, you picking? Put him down. I think this is Trunks pick.
Trunks
shout
the
out-
last one.
All right, and then so Trunks need a pick from you for KC and Jacksonville.
All right, let's go.
All right, the Saturday night game we got the Giants against the Eagles.
I got the Giants.
No, it's not. No, he said he good. Trunks said he's good.
All right, so you got Giants.
Yes, sir.
John, who you got?
Oh man, I think I'm still gonna go with the Eagles. I can't imagine they putting all this work and be one and done. But I'm not knocking.
I
But I'm
can.
not
I've
knocking.
seen it
I'm
done
not
too many
knocking.
times.
I know, but I'm not knocking the Giants.
I'm picking a better coaching staff.
So yeah, that makes sense. All right, Lay has the Eagles.
I got Giants.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah.
First PSP.
I got the Giants. Daniel Jones. He's in the best situation. He may not be the best quarterback in the world, but Brian Dabo, certainly coaching, has done a huge difference in his life. I got the Giants in upset. They're the underdog. I got this one 20-17. Giants.
And the Eagles.
Because one of my friends at work, we placed a bet. If the Eagles get to the Super Bowl, I owe him $50. But if not, he owes me $50. So I gotta take my bet.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna run with Pete and get the money, man. Get your money.
Well, it don't matter because they lose next week no matter who they play.
Yeah, pretty much.
Exactly. So Trail said Eagles barely. Beto said I'm going Lawrence Taylor, so he's going to the Giants. And then obviously Pigeons need Candace need your pick. Need Eagles and the Giants. All right,
I got Philly. I think I'm going Philly.
I'm not
make me
confident. I'm
nervous,
not
though, yeah.
not confident in it, but I'm all right.
I'm putting Philly with a question mark. That's crazy.
Oh, Kenzie, get the last spot to Kenzie. All right, Kenzie, we need
My bad,
both.
Kenzie.
We need both of you. You got the last spot, so give me
Excuse me.
pick Chiefs and the Jags, and then Giants Chiefs. We're gonna go over to the Sunday games. Mark,
No, he said Giants cheeks.
yo, I did not.
Giant Chiefs.
No, man,
That's crazy.
Yo, calm down.
All right.
All right. Mark,
Yo.
your Bills against the Bengals, and your Bills are -5 at the crib. Obviously, we know the emotions of this game.
Listen. I'm picking the Bills because that's my team.
Yeah. By the way, Kenzie said giving KC and the Eagles.
I got Bills. I got 40-37 Bills. As long as Josh Allen takes better care of the football.
As long as you do what?
2 points, so 40-37.
You said as long as you do what?
Candace, I need your pick for Giants and Eagles too.
All right, that's not gonna happen.
By the way, Candace has the Chiefs. Mo has the Bills. Lay has
Candace
the-
got the Bengals, right?
Yeah.
Lay got the Bengals.
Yeah.
I got the Bengals too.
And Candace, I need your pick for Giants versus the Eagles too. All right, Mark, I'm gonna do this for you, man.
No, don't do it for me. Do it. Pick with your heart. Don't pick for me.
My heart is telling you to pick the Bills.
See.
Clearly.
Mm-hmm.
But I want you to get to the Super Bowl. So I'm going to pick the Bengals on some reverse psychology-ish right now.
Are you kidding me?
All right. She got the Eagles. She said my boy Jalen Hurts. Beto says Jim Kelly.
Okay. She got the Eagles, she said?
Yeah.
Eagles. And who she got? And she got the Bengals.
Bengals. All right. And then the last game of the day.
Who Mo have? Oh, you got the
Bills.
Hey, you know what's crazy?
Coasted.
You know how everybody's doing about this
Beto
crazy
said,
soaring?
Beto said for DeMar.
Who Benzie?
Kenzie said Bills. Yo, Big Beamer Benson Bentley?
Benzie is crazy. That's unnecessary politicking.
And we approve this message. And we approve this
My
message.
Hey, my bad.
That was unnecessary.
Mark is stupid, man.
Yeah, that came on accident. My bad.
Trail got bills. Trail got the bills.
Kenzie, my bad. Not Benzie.
Busy is crazy.
All right, then the last game, Cowboys Niners. Niners -4.
Give me the Niners and the Niners to cover.
Niners -4. Give me the Niners too.
Brock Purdy has us.
Bob Purdy, he's going with the Niners. Lay got the Cowboys.
I got the Cowboys as well.
Nick has the Cowboys.
Just please end Cowboys. Just end the season so that Cowboys fans can shut up for once, man.
We know who Mo's picking.
I got more with the Cowboys. Yeah.
Well, of course, he has to make that reference to Lay, of course.
What?
They picking the D.
Kingsley said, I've heard it all before, so I'm used to it.
Benzie.
Wait, what?
I agree with you, Montreal. I agree with you.
Cowboys run ends. I take prime time.
Yeah.
So he's picking the Niners. He's picking the Niners.
Trail got the Niners. Okay.
I don't
Sure
know
said-
the Cowboys players. It's just their fans, man. They're just so delusional.
Yeah. The fans think you don't like the team.
All right, so DJ said it opened at 3. Now it's at 4. It's at 4 now, -3.
My brother, rest in heaven, when we go Emmitt Smith, but I'm picking
Ricky Waters.
Hey.
So he's picking the Niners out of the battle. Kenzie
Ricky Waters is a really underrated running back.
should be in
too.
the Hall of
Yeah.
Fame.
For who? For what? That's what they say that every single time his name
Yeah.
get brought up for Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I heard that the other day too.
Candace and Kenzie.
Kenzie got the Niners, and we need Candace's pick. Candace is the only person picking, and then that's all the picks.
Who the hell is that for Detroit?
Oh, that's Ivy.
Jaden Ivey.
Jaden
Jaden
Ivey.
Ivey. Okay.
By the way, you still the dude from Durant? Lost his passport?
He's really good, man. Very
Yeah,
athletic.
he is.
I like him a lot. I mean, it's unfortunate that Cunningham got hurt though out of the season. So once he gets back healthy, I can see that great tandem between Cunningham and Ivy. But they need some help with the interior. I thought they could have gotten the
Yep, I'm about to say that Victor Woo Woo.
By the way, someone asked earlier, do we think Wembanyama's going to be a good player?
I think absolutely. I mean, he can shoot. I mean, the way he shoots those threes, 1 foot, the way he can play defense, stuff like that. He just got put on some weight, but other than that, the kid's got tremendous potential.
Yo, Lay, you are wild.
What she say?
She says she does. She does what the Broncos do with boys.
I don't know about that. But yeah, I think he's going to be a good player. It'd be still crazy to me if he ends up in OKC with him, Chet, SGA, Josh Giddey.
That team would be too ridiculous.
The 2 twin towers,
And long.
2 twin skinny towers.
Yeah, it was our boy Leonard Buchanan. He asked, do you think Wembanyama will be a star? Oh, definitely. He's going to be a star. He's a star now. He just got to get in the NBA. Yeah, we just need you crazy, Mark.
What?
The best comparison for Wembanyama, Porzingis when healthy, or KD or Giannis?
I wouldn't put KD because
I'm more so with Porzingis.
Porzingis probably.
A healthy Porzingis.
Mm-hmm.
New York Porzingis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Unicorn
not
for
Porzingis.
sure.
Dallas Porzingis.
Yeah, Dallas Porzingis was trash.
All right, so the only person missing is Candace. We need your pick for 49ers Cowboys. You send it whenever you get a chance. All right, let's go to Cancun once again, gentlemen.
Let me get the Cancun music going.
Let's go to Cancun. And we're gonna go to Cancun for all the teams that were eliminated on Wild Card Weekend in order. To start with the Saturday games. Let's start with the Seahawks. All right, Candace just tapped in with her pick. She has the Cowboys, and she's saying that's sick to her stomach as well. All right.
I don't blame you, Candace. I don't blame you.
The Seahawks. Obviously, they're the story of the season. Obviously, Geno Smith obviously going to be comeback player of the year. He said in the post game that he wants to end his career with the Seahawks.
He's gonna be there as long as they got Pete Carroll.
He's a free agent, obviously, but we all expect for him to resign. But the question is, does he play next year under the franchise tag, or do Seattle get a deal that's team friendly done? What is a deal like if you're Geno Smith?
Give me 15.
A year?
Per? How much the guarantees?
I don't know.
Because Geno's 32, I think? 32, 33?
I'm going to be honest with you.
Years old.
It's 32.
I'm going to be honest with you. Seattle got the 3rd pick.
5th.
Oh, 5th pick?
Yeah.
Thanks to
Yeah, I would know.
thanks to them.
All right, DJ Trucks. Enjoy Black Panther, brother.
All right, Trunks.
They got to get defense. I think they should get either Will Anderson Jr. if he's available, but they need
He's
help.
not.
Oh, he ain't.
He's not gonna be. I'm about to say, bro. You said a name that's for sure gonna be gone by 3.
And
Oh, for sure, Casey, we got you Friday.
Gone by that.
He's for sure. I see him. I see him not going past number 3. If he gets number 4, somebody gonna trade up and get him.
Yeah.
All right, Kenzie. Yeah, Friday for sure.
We got you Friday for sure.
I wouldn't be surprised if they franchise tag Geno. Let him play next year.
That's a lot of money.
And they draft a quarterback so he can be ready for the following year.
With CJ Stroud.
Well, if he's still there, or Duke from Kentucky.
Colts, they're gonna try to do whatever they can to get their hands on CJ.
Excuse me.
Who? The Colts?
Yeah.
Nah, I think the Colts will go veteran route again.
I saw one mock draft that had them trading up the.
No, they said they're not interested in Carr.
I saw one mock draft having them trading up, and taking Will Levis at number 1 over Bryce Young and CJ Stroud.
That'd be dumb as hell.
Well, that'd be typical coach.
That'd be like
Yeah, that's the thing that Mel Kiper Jr. said. He said he had Will Levis over those two because of the potential and upside. But
man, I played this dude. Man, that dude. Let's stop it.
But
Hey, look.
Bryce Young has a lot of potential. If Bryce Young was 6'3", 220, this would be a no-brainer. He would be the presumptive number 1 pick.
I agree.
he should be the presumptive. I have a question about. Never mind. His next game.
Okay.
All right, so
We'll get to the Chargers. I have a question. I have.
So let's go there.
I give the hats to Seattle. I mean, they had a heck of a season for a team that was expected to fail, trading Russ and stuff. I'm not gonna go there anymore.
Can I say something?
Did a heck of a job. Perhaps Pete Carroll's a better head coach than we give him credit for.
True.
And Geno had an unbelievable year, made the Pro Bowl, comeback player of the year. And tip your hats off to Seattle, man.
Seattle Seahawks. I apologize.
Wait, hold up. Cut the music. What'd you just say, John?
Seattle Seahawks. I apologize. Geno Smith. I apologize.
But there's more people. You gotta apologize.
I'm not apologizing to Sean Penny. He didn't ball. Geno Smith balled.
Wait, what? Man, he was balling until he got hurt.
Nah, I always thought Kenneth Walker was going to be the guy. I always had that feeling because I've seen. I know the history of Rashad Penny just since he coming out of San Diego State. Shout out to Rich Paul courtside. But yeah, Geno, 45 or giving him a deal maybe like 3 years at 70, maybe like with 50 guaranteed.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
So
That's a lot.
That's a lot for a quarterback of his caliber. I'm not saying he don't you gotta remember this is still his first Pro Bowl year.
I'm telling you, they go franchise tag him. I think they go sign a quarterback. They go draft a quarterback. They can learn under him for a year and proceed with that young quarterback the following year.
All right,
I wouldn't mind that at all. Geno is actually a great mentor, given his experience with the Jets and the Giants and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So if they want to draft a quarterback and Geno can be like a great mentor, I wouldn't mind that.
Oh my goodness,
Jesus!
Yeah, no, you're right with that, Sports PSP.
All right, next game. Let's talk about the Chargers. Sorry, and my boy Kenzie, he gonna be with us Friday. He wants to give the Chargers a proper burial. But we're gonna talk about it. They chargered. Just go call it what it is. They chargered. Up 27-0. Your defense spotted that defense with Asante Samuel getting 3 of those 4 picks. Spotted you 27 points.
Did the defense really spot him that, or did Trevor Lawrence bad decision making do that?
Well, the defense still to make the plays though. Still,
Actually, you know what? Let me go in there. I need y'all to pause the music real quick.
Gotcha, brother.
Justin Herbert overrated.
Whoa! Nah, Will, you good? I see your comment. Yo,
You lose in a game of that magnitude. Justin Herbert is overrated. He's a very talented quarterback. He got the prototypical size, frame, arm, everything that you want. But you choked. You probably the new Matt Ryan of the NFL now.
Montreal's probably somewhere.
White James Harden. That's how bad that you were that night against the Jaguars. Yes, you are the white James Harden.
Yikes!
Whoa!
This one-
I'm glad. Look, I'm glad somebody else said this, and if I would have said that, they would say I'm
Yeah,
being
me
biased.
too. Yeah, I'm glad somebody else who's not affiliated with the AFC West. Yo, that is insane.
I was about to ask a question of why is he 6'6" and have the most tip passes at the offensive line?
I spoke the truth, folks. I spoke the truth. He overrated.
1 second before
That does not take away what the Jaguars
Hold on, baby.
accomplished. Doug Peterson, I think he's a significant upgrade to Urban Meyer.
wild. Hold on. That is crazy. Hold on. Yo, P, you just
go to what you call it? Go to the settings.
Yo, Sports PSP not the power out.
Go what?
Road.
Want me
All
to-
right. Hey, no, that's good. It's good. Let me see. Let's say road.
Which one? That one.
Yeah. Hold on a second. Let me cut it off. Cut it back on. Hold on 1 second, y'all. My
PSP pretty much just knocked the power out on the West Coast, all the way from Jersey with that take. Yo,
all right.
White James Harden.
You can hear us?
Yo, Beto is wild. He said he ain't the beard, he's the hair. Pause. Whoa.
Time out. Now, the funny thing about all that is, if you can ask Trail, I tell people that I'm like, I was one of the first people to tell Charger fans they got them a good quarterback.
Yep.
I saw this dude every year up over there when he was at
Young
Oregon.
lady, you gotta calm down. That's real foul. That's real disrespectful.
Wait, what? Hey, Lay, relax.
I'm leaving.
Are you kidding me?
I got questions.
Kenzie, I spoke the truth.
How does she know? And I'm leaving the table.
I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, this coming from a Washington fan with Carson Wentz at QB. Well, I think Taste wanted to know one, Kenzie.
I never wanted him in the first place, Kenzie. I did want him. He choked too.
Hey, look, you can ask Trail. I say this all the time. I said, Justin Herbert, he's very good, but he cannot win the big game. He can't win it. The games that matter, he does not win. It proved it last year. I told people.
That what Sports PSP just said,
yeah.
That's crazy.
Because the thing is, he deserves to get these type of comments because because these crazy people are comparing this dude saying he's the next Patrick Mahomes and everything in the league and all this crazy stuff.
Hey, me and Trail had a back and forth earlier, after the game, because I was asking how much of this blame goes on Herbert, because we've been hearing the coaching staff, the defense, but one person we never ever hear is Herbert, right?
Because the golden boy.
And so
that's it. No, wait, time out. Nick, say it again.
He's the golden boy.
Thank you. And Justin Herbert is a very talented quarterback, but the dude was flat out choking. And I saw this in Oregon, especially in his final year. The dude lost to Auburn to a true freshman quarterback in Bo
Are you
Nix.
kidding me?
By the way, where's Bo Nix at right now?
Well, he was at Oregon.
Well, where's he at right now? Oh, yeah, he was. Right, go figure, right?
Yeah, he only been here in college 12 years already. Him and Stetson Bennett.
I'm about to say, I think they was in the same class. Hey, but look, now with all that being said, this falls back in, I don't agree with this 100%, but what's your boy from that says that Justin Herbert is overrated? Was it Alchos? What's his name?
Oh, Emmanuel Acho.
Emmanuel Acho.
He says that if you look at Justin Herbert's career, even from high school, he has a losing record. He said a dude doesn't win. He doesn't win. He does a lot. He gets you stats and all that, but it doesn't get you wins. I was like, damn, because I remember, like you said, he lost some big games over there in Oregon, and he's very talented. But I think this is the first step in his maturation process as far as taking that next step. But that team has a lot of talent on both sides of the ball. They invested a lot of money into that team for them to lose a game when they was up 27-0 in the playoffs. They invested a lot into that team.
I would shoot
Herberts and Bell is because they probably had the most injuries, especially on the offensive side of the ball, that anybody in the league. especially at key places. You know what I'm saying? Offensive line, both receivers was out at some point. You know what I'm saying? Mike Williams didn't play in the playoff game. That's important, man. I mean, I think they still should have won the game, especially being up 27-0.
Yeah.
But those are key losses.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. You know, you do the best, but the thing is, you know, you have to, if you're supposed to be as good as people are saying that he is, you know, you're supposed to be able to overcome that, especially when you was up 27-0. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Especially when you consider the top 5 quarterback in the NFL and you're about to get your money and you came up smaller than mini-me.
Wow.
Dog, people are saying he was top 3.
People were saying he was better than Joe Burrow. Me and Nick would get slandered for saying like
now that's laughable.
He never was better than Burrow.
There was a reason why Joe Burrow won and he went where he went. It's clear. All right, next game, but on the Chargers though. Obviously, they announced today that they fired Joe Lombardi, the OC.
What?
He's not better than Joe Burrow. Kinsey, stop.
Stop it.
He's not better than Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow's
the second best quarterback
in football.
Yeah. If your name ain't Patrick Mahomes, you can't say you're better than Joe Burrow. Period. But the Chargers fired their OC, Joe Lombardi, today. They fired the QB coach, Shane Day. So basically sounds like he's going to be that Brandon Staley. Yeah.
What are you talking about when healthy he is? When has Herbert been hurt?
Well, he got
the ribs today. No, he's not. Give Justin, Jamar Chase, and
Justin Herbert need. Like, stop.
He got. You got
Keenan Allen and Mike Williams, dog. What are you talking about? And Austin Eckler.
And Austin Eckler.
You got one of the best offensive lines in football.
Justin Herbert like he Ben Simmons.
And you had Hunter Henry before he went to the Patriots. Come on, man.
They got weapons.
I put it like this. I know Joe Burrow's on the Chargers. They're not blowing no 27-point lead.
That's a fact.
Come on, man.
That's a fact.
Come on, dog. All right, but yeah, they're done. I'll let you. We'll let Kinsey put them in the dirt on Friday. Let's go to the Sunday games. Dolphins. Obviously, to me, I'm shocked that they stuck with Buffalo as long as they did. I know, Mark. I know what you're gonna say, Mark.
Division game.
But I'm gonna say this. Now they need to make sure. Now they're saying that Chris Greer, the GM, who's a black man, I might add, said he doesn't believe that Tua will have no long-term ramifications according to their team doctors.
He shouldn't be playing no more.
And obviously they're not in a position to draft. They're not in a position this year to draft a quarterback because they traded their pick to us in the Bradley Chubb trade, which is really the 49ers pick. By the way, so because obviously from the Trey Lance trade. So they're trading up going to Denver, going to us in the Bradley Chubb trade this year. So they're pretty much stuck. Either going to be Tua, Teddy Bridgewater, or Skylar Thompson at their QB next year. Obviously, they made the right moves getting Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle and Gesicki, and obviously the defense is good. But the question is going to be when's that next hit going to knock Tua out? That's what everybody's just wondering.
He shouldn't be playing no more.
And they can't draft no QB right now. Go ahead, bro. You're good. 49ers build Super Bowl. 2 homies gonna fade for 4 quarters. Will stupid, man. No rules. It's gonna be no rules Super Bowl party. If Ill Will's Niners and Mark's Bills face off in Arizona in the next 3 weeks. But yeah, guys, what y'all think was the situation with MIA?
I hate Miami, but they have a really good team over there. Yeah. And even when Tua was healthy, that offense was different. And with Logic as their head coach, he had the offense like they had their offense going crazy. So shout out to them, and their defense is really good.
And it got better.
They got Bradley Chubb. And they got 2 standout corners. I love both of them.
Yes.
But again, I hate
how you brought up the Logic analogy.
But again, I hate the Dolphins. It was a good game though. They played like a team with nothing to lose, and they played well.
My bad, Will.
Yo, Nick, your thoughts on the Dolphins?
the Dolphins are literally a healthy Tua away from probably being a team that can, for sure, make a Super Bowl run because they're very good and speed kills, and they have two dudes over there.
That's quick.
Yo, that next game. All right, the Vikings.
I forgot to say something.
Yo, you wrong, man.
Oh, go ahead, Sports PSP.
Go ahead, P. You good?
Man, Miami, they succeeded expectations. I got to give Mike McDaniel a lot of credit. I think he did a good job. I mean, coaches from the Kyle Shanahan, Mike Shanahan coaching tree have done well so far. So, I agree with Nick, man. Tua, at some point in time, man, you got to retire, and you just got to hang him up for good. We know you could play. I've never questioned or doubted Tua's talent or ability. The question with Tua is, how long can he last in the NFL? So the Dolphins, they strongly have to consider getting a quarterback. They have no first-round picks. Just I want to be sure on that. They have none.
Right, their pick's going to us.
Right. Okay. So unfortunately for them, they're going to have to get somebody. I thought Skylar Thompson, to his credit, he played better than what the numbers said. He could have had a lot more help if Waddle and Hill didn't drop so many passes. I mean, they were like passes.
Man, that was crazy.
They dropped a lot of passes on Saturday.
All right, let's go to the Vikings. Kirk Cousins, man. Look, man, Kevin O'Connell got a good first year, but, man, they only going to go as far as Kirk Cousins takes them, and that's all I'm going to say.
Likewise, that's why Washington eventually had to move on from him. But one thing Kirk Cousins is known for doing, and I will give him credit, homeboy know how to get paid.
Hey, yeah.
Got a good agent.
Whoever his agent is, dog, we all need his agent.
And then we talked earlier about the Ravens. We all know the Lamar situation. That's just obviously then going to we figure out the Lamar situation. That's really much where's the starting point there. Because Harbaugh's not going anywhere. Front office not going anywhere. And then there's the last team we'll talk about, and that's the Buccaneers. I think Tom Brady's done. It's over. It's over.
Retired?
I think he's done. I personally think go get that $150 million you getting from Fox. You gonna move Greg Olsen off the A team and move him down to the B team and be the next Troy Aikman for Fox. I mean, it's over. It's over. Byron Leftwich is about to get fired. It's over. It's over.
Only thing I'm gonna say about that is everybody talking about how Tom Brady had a bad year. 4,700 yards and 25 touchdowns is not a bad year.
That's
y'all say he should have won MVP last year.
He should have won MVP. I say he should have won MVP.
That's what I'm saying.
I would have given him MVP.
Hey, look, that's all I'm saying. There's a lot of people that wish their quarterback get that production, and he's probably 10 to 15 years older than their quarterback.
But the question is, though, if Brady leaves Tampa, or regardless, who Tampa's going to get in return? How they going to respond?
Carr.
They got Blaine
Carr.
Don't get me started.
Carr.
Job is it. Probably Derek Carr.
Derek Carr.
But
David Carr.
I agree with John, man. Brady retired. I mean, think about it. It cost you marriage.
I think it was more than that going on.
I think he wanted to get out of that, but that's for no rules.
I mean, for whatever.
Have y'all seen his new girlfriend?
Yes.
But it cost you your marriage. It cost you everything. You and Bruce Arians weren't on the same page. Weren't on the same wavelength, man. There's nothing else that you can do in order for us to change our opinion. You're the GOAT in my eyes and a lot of people's eyes. So I think the best thing for you is to just hang them up. But if you want to go to Vegas because of your relationship with McDaniels, all I'm going to say is the Raiders, two things. You better protect them because the offensive line is kind of suspect. And Brady, at his age, how's he going to overcompensate that Raiders defense? So that's going to be tough for Brady to do. And you're in a division where there's Mahomes. So that's going to be hard for him.
And Herbert.
And obviously Kansas thinks that Brady can play another 5 years. I think it's over. It's over.
All I'm saying is this, y'all.
We'll see.
Tom Brady with Devontae Adams.
He can't throw them.
They got to worry about signing Josh Jacobs. But we're going to get
franchise tag.
Hunter Renfro.
Hunter Renfro's going to be good.
Hunter Renfro's fine. He's the perfect person to have up over there. Pause. He's fine up over there.
Wow.
Now, what's his name might be gone? Waller.
Right.
Yeah.
I think Waller might get up out of there. They might trade him. They might trade him to unless the Raiders plan to figure out a way to get Aaron Rodgers over there. All right, go ahead, y'all.
All right, now is our trip to Cancun. All right, we gonna get on out of here. Again, want to thank our man Sports PSP for tapping in with us. He will be back on us, back on with us. Lord, sorry, Jesus Christ.
That's right.
Let the check.
He will be back on the show. And stop saying those 2 words, man. He'll be back on the show real soon. That's all I'm gonna say. Pete, tell them where they can find you and where they can follow you, man. I'm shut up. Shut up.
Sports PSP. Check me out. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. I just finished doing a video on Jim Harbaugh being there at Michigan. Like I said, Jim Harbaugh, you better get it done. Just like Justin Herbert, you overrated as well. So
I agree.
All right. And if you want to go back and watch
Thanks, Candace.
If you missed any of this episode, you can go back and watch on YouTube at Townhouse Media. Make sure you subscribe, like, share. I see Sports Beats be different now after that Herbert comment. You Charger fans are funny, man.
Thanks, Mo. Appreciate you.
Yo, calm down, Trail. All right. We'll be back on Friday. Kenzie's gonna be here to do I don't know what's going on.
Out of here.
Trail, you out. But Kenzie's gonna be with us. He wants to give the Chargers a proper burial, so we'll let him and you Charger fans have your chance to have a wake over the Chargers. Dreadful season.
Didn't that kicker miss the kick?
Yeah, he did too.
He missed the field goal, right? On a regular one.
The kicker for the Chargers.
We forgot the Brett Maher missing 4 consecutive extra points, though. We forgot about that.
Hell, Jesus. And he's gonna be the kicker Sunday. Again, follow us, Sports Review Podcast, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Me at JWatson0984 on Twitter and Instagram. Mark, hi, I'm Mark on Instagram. Hi, I'm Mark1 on Twitter. Nick _Freeze on Instagram. 99 Gorilla on Twitter and Instagram.
Follow it with extreme caution.
And you know where you can follow Sports PSP on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, and YouTube. We're going to be back Friday previewing more of the divisional games and talking some hoops. John's going to be here Friday, so we'll be watching that in the Lakers, so we'll see what happens. Oh, man. No, I don't want to see no booth with Tom Brady and Antonio Brown. That dude's wild.
Oh, Lord. Lord have mercy.
Yeah, we'll say that's a whole different day with Antonio Brown.
And make sure y'all tap in Thursday with Mark and our brother Ill Will for No Rules. Thursday, 6:30 on YouTube. Best unfiltered conversation on everything non-sports related and sports related. So make sure y'all follow them at No Rules on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram as well. We're going to get on out of here. Thank you again, P, for joining us, and we're going to do this again real soon. This has been Sports for You, John, Mark, Nick Freeze,
yes, sir.
Sports PSP. We out. Peace.
Out of here, y'all.
The Chargers